So I've been seeing a lot of discussion about Xenoverse 3 pop up again, and I just wanted to come here and talk about it a little. And before we get into that, do feel free to go down and subscribe, as it is free and you can always unsubscribe after, although it would be greatly appreciated if you didn't do that, as the algorithm is really against my side right now. Now this Xenoverse 3 discussion is popping up again simply for the fact that the Xenoverse 2 dev team is not really saying anything with Xenoverse 2 DLC right now. We had Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta revealed, and I think that was literally the only thing that they've said recently. I mean, it's gotten to the point that the GOAT XenoCoffee has made his own Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta inspired from Raging Blast 2. So overall, the dev team is just being incredibly silent on pretty much every single topic that they need to speak on. And I think that has some people speculating about a potential Xenoverse 3. Also, some of the facts with like the hairstylist in game. They added him in, but they didn't add new hairstyles. And people are speculating with that they're holding all the new hairstyles for a Xenoverse 3. And honestly, I am hoping for that. But right now, as of the 12th of May 2025 at 10 AM in the morning, I don't think releasing a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 right now would be a very good idea. I think if they were going to release a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, it really needs to be after Sparking Zero has fully finished its life cycle and once they stop updating Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Right now, no matter how much we disagree with the decisions made with Sparking Zero and their DLC, people do come back to play the game when a new DLC comes out. Now, taking into account all of the money problems that are truly plaguing the world right now, you're gonna divide the fanbase that would spend money on a Xenoverse 3 and Sparking Zero DLC. So I also think holding out on a Xenoverse 3 for maybe a few more years wouldn't be such a bad idea. And again, it would be a really stupid mistake if they didn't make a Xenoverse 3, because this franchise, without a doubt, is one of Bandai's biggest franchises that they have in their arsenal. Especially Xenoverse 2, just for the fact of all the DLC, the game price always going on sale. They are making straight bank off this game. But at the same time, if you keep adding stuff to Xenoverse 2 while working on a Xenoverse 3, then Xenoverse 3 realistically is going to have less content altogether once it releases. Because think about it like this. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 came out, I'm pretty sure, just a year before Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And it's no secret that Xenoverse 2 is just completely full of Xenoverse 1 asset. I mean, even new DLC that we're getting is still reusing Xenoverse 1 assets, which by the way is just absolutely ridiculous to do. Like, you are an incredibly rich company and you won't even support your most successful game in like possibly the most simple way that you could. I don't know, man. But the fact we know that Xenoverse 1 assets were pretty much all ported to Xenoverse 2 and reused, there's nothing saying they won't do that for Xenoverse 3. So assuming they're porting assets to Xenoverse 3, why would they keep adding things just to port it over to Xenoverse 3? Like, we have no confirmation that every update we're getting right now isn't already in a Xenoverse 3 game that they're secretly working on behind the scenes. Like, imagine if the hairstylist and the Future Saga DLCs came from the Xenoverse 3 story and just the hub world. Now that we have that in Xenoverse 2, it's not going to feel new and fresh inside of Xenoverse 3, making Xenoverse 3 now have less content than Xenoverse 2. Of course, there's the DLC side of things, where all of Xenoverse 1 DLC became Xenoverse 2 base game roster. So I mean, hopefully Xenoverse 3 does make every single Xenoverse 2 DLC that is out and comes out into the base game roster of a third game, because again, we're in 2025, there is no reason on earth why MUI Goku and Beast Gohan should still be DLC worthy. But I also think continuing to support Xenoverse 2 in this way is just going to bring down a potential release of Xenoverse 3, because you're either going to have to get your developers to work even harder than they were before to add brand new ideas because you've decided to port those ideas into Xenoverse 2. I don't know, I just see many discussions of this circulating right now, and that could just be for the fact of the dev team being really silent on everything, and Sparking Zero, like, say what you want, the game's bland and dry, But that's just my take on a Xenoverse 3. Like, obviously we need new hair, new combos, new skill sets, new characters, stages, area destruction, and a good story, okay? Because the DLC story for Xenoverse 2 is not interesting. I have not been following it. And that's also where the theory of the Future Saga DLCs coming from a potential Xenoverse 3 is coming from. Because it's like they've just sort of picked these characters and story and just sort of thrown it together to make it kind of make sense. And the fact that people are saying the super villain mode that Few is giving to these characters, such as like God Vegeta, Goku Black, is the next step evolution of the super villainous mode that we have inside of Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2. Yeah, do let me know what you guys think. Again, if you are new here, then do please feel free to go down and subscribe along with liking the video, as it does help a lot. It's free, you can unsub, but it does help and it will push me out into the algorithm more. And yeah, thank you xenocoffee for doing the Xenoverse 2 development team's job.